I hate to break it to all of the Lil Durk stands and defenders, but he might be facing even more murders. It might be body number 7. Okay, I'm just gonna hit you with a little bit of info that's floating around the internet in this video, and you guys can make up your own conclusion. You can call me a snitch, you can call me an internet detective, whatever you want to call me. Okay, but the fact is, it seems that behind the scenes, Lil Durk may well have been calling a bunch of hits, not just on enemies and ops and GDs and people that had killed his friends, but actually also some of the people who might have actually been friends with his friends. And as we've heard before, there was rumors that, Lil Durk was upset that guys from O Block weren't sliding, and that he was actually gonna, have them hunting people down in the street for not sliding for Von's old friends. So look, I'll just keep it real with you. This video, I'm going to be exploring the theories that maybe Lil Durk might have had something to do with calling the hit on Munna Duke. That's just the rumor that's floating around, and we're going to explore it today. I've got a lot of links, and I've got a lot of things to share with you in this video, and I think a few people are going to be upset. But I'm just going to give you guys the facts. This is what I do. All right, I'm looking into this. We're investigating this. We're trying to find out what happened. So look. All right, Lil Durk was arrested by the feds in October 2024. All right, he was arrested on murder for hire charges connected to the murder of Quando Rondo's homeboy. They say it was his cousin. It might have been his, there's been rumors it was Lil Pab was Quando's cousin. He was a rolling 60 Crip from Savannah, Georgia. Okay, they got a whole set of Crips out there that are kind of loosely connected to the rolling 60 Crips in Los Angeles. King Von got killed trying to beat up Quando Rondo. All right, Lil Tim jumped out of the car and shot King Von. Didn't even know who he was. Just saw somebody beating up his friend and killed him. Okay, just so happened to be the most demonic rapper in all of Chicago. That leads Lil Durk to go on a year in, year out challenge to basically try and slide for Von, get revenge for Von, kill Quando Rondo. They tried to kill Quando Rondo numerous times at other locations. It's now been put in paperwork in 2021. They tried to kill Quando Rondo and failed. They shot up his car 100 times. I told you years ago that was Durk and the Black Disciples business. Nobody believed me, but it is now apparently the case that they're alleging that in court paperwork. And eventually, Lil Durk and his goons from OTF caught up with Quando Rondo in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills no less, at the Beverly Center, and they shot up the car and they ended up killing Lil Pab, who he wasn't there when King Von got killed. He had nothing to do with it. All he did was troll Lil Durk on Clubhouse a couple of times and was friends and grew up with Quando Rondo. And he was in a music video where they pretended to kill Durk. But if that means that you deserve to die, which kind of is sometimes the case in Chicago, but it's wrong. And now he's facing murder for hire. He's facing the consequences of what he allegedly did. But here's the thing, all right? About half a year after, Lil Durk was arrested, Munna Duke and Youngin from O Block, veterans and supposed friends of Lil Durk, were brutally killed while exiting a restaurant on the north side of Chicago in May 2025. So bear in mind, Durk was locked up when this happened. Alleged O Block gang leader among 2 killed in Edgewater shooting. Rashawn Munna Duke Vance was slain early Saturday. He was an associate of superstar rapper Davon King Von Bennett, killed in 2020. Also killed was Darrell Givens, who was O Block young'un, right? And a 36-year-old man was hospitalized but survived. It all happened at this restaurant, okay, at the Pork Chop restaurant and bar. A lot of people pointing out, why are they at the Pork Chop restaurant when they Muslim? Well, I believe it was a bar. Shit, alcohol's haram too, so really none of that should have been going down. But like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people were pulling that card. But anyway, what happened, and a lot of people still believe that Lil Durk might have had something to do with these murders. And even the feds themselves have actually presented evidence that suggests that in the lead up to his arrest, Lil Durk had been having beef with O Block and Munna Duke personally for several reasons. Partly because O Block members were allegedly not trying to slide and avenge King Von's murder like he was. So in the court paperwork, the feds did claim that Lil Durk had given a green light to OTF member Booney Mo and another man to kill whatever O Block members they could find. Okay, so this is what was going on. So Durk was telling his guys to slide on O Block for not sliding for Von. What the F is going on? All right. Evidence was presented that Durk, defendant Banks, and others involved in the murder of Savia Robinson, which is Lil Pab, sought to exact revenge on another rival of defendant Banks at defendant Banks' direction. Specifically, in April 2023, text messages by and between defendant Banks and OTF members, including defendant DeAndre Wilson, Antonio Jones, aka Booney Mo, and participating witness, I think, number 1, show defendant Banks' feud with O Block member Munna Duke over defendant Banks' belief that O Block members... See, this is the thing. We haven't seen all of the text messages, but I think there's going to be more to this that we see in court. But it says the messages show he's got a feud with O Block member Munna Duke over Durk's belief that O Block members were not properly retaliating for Von's death. In the thread, Durk says, "I'm finna pipe it up." Booney Mo responds, "Blood, it's green." And he shows the green light emoji, a car and a green light emoji. He said, I'm getting shit together now, no phones. Listen, they talk in encoded language, but we know that's a green light. You should, people, these guys, bro, these gangsters these days, bro, these social media gangsters, just because you put it in an emoji don't mean the feds ain't going to work it out. You think you ain't the Zodiac killer, bro. They working out an emoji of a car and a green light. What you think the feds are that dumb? These people, these feds are very, very, very well educated in investigations, bro. Didn't take them long to crack the emoji of a car and a green light, what that means. It says, as set forth in cooperated discovery produced by you, the government expects, the government expects participating witness 1 will testify that in response to defendant Banks' direction to exact revenge on O Block members, PW1 and Booney Mo purchased a vehicle with funds from Durk to travel to O Block and kill whatever O Block members they could find. That's crazy, right? So he beefing with Munna Duke. So PW1 is expected to testify that PW1 would have been expected to be paid by Durk for anyone the co-conspirators killed, but the co-conspirators didn't go through with the plan because of the police presence in O Block. Didn't work out then in 2023, and then Durk gets arrested, and then Munna Duke gets killed a little while afterwards. And Munna Duke got a whole bunch of history with Durk because he was apparently having a baby with the widow of Durk's brother D-Thang that got killed a few years earlier, and that's a whole other thing, all right? That could have been taken as disrespect. It says evidence will show that defendant Banks, Durk, and other OTF members involved in the murder of Lil Pab discussed violence against another rival of Durk and at Durk's direction, specifically an April 2023 text message thread where Durk, as well as DD, Booney Mo, and Bezu, had defendant Banks sending a screenshot of an Instagram message he sent to Richard Ramsey, Richo Lamron 300, that says, I got him hunting you up. You better have 3 ski masks on. So that was already bad. But here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing. People have referred to Durk songs that might have even had messages or even threats towards Munna Duke. So let me see if I can pull this up for you. Let me see if I've got this. So a bunch of Lil Durk leaks came out recently. Like apparently a load of Durk songs that were not supposed to be released. They'd been, snippets have been circulating since 2023 of this song. Now, the lyrics aren't here, but if I can't play it to you for copyright reasons, but in this back and forth song, okay, Durk actually rapped a lyric where he said, I make decisions, I put my brother before the nation business, thinking with your dick, you got that bitch all in that nation's business. Now, a lot of people believe that that was basically Durk rapping about, all right, basically Durk saying that he's putting his brother Von, or he's putting his brother D-Thang, it could be either one, all right, over Black Disciple business. So the alliance between O Block and Lamron and his crew and all of that, all right? So I can't play you this, but this is the audio, all right? This is the audio back and forth. It's just leaked. This leaked 9 months ago. It says, this definitely sounds like Durk was sending threats to the other BDs and Munna Duke specifically. So he's basically saying that he puts his brother over the nation business, the Black Disciple Nation business, the alliance between O Block and Lamron and 300 and all of that. He said he put his brother, it could be Von, could be D. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself now. But basically, both Durk and Munna Duke, they're BDs, all right? So the second line could be referring to D-Thang, could be referring to Von. But obviously, D-Thang having a baby with the widow of Durk's brother. Munna Duke having a baby with D-Thang's widow, Durk's brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess, all right? So, people saying threats to everybody makes sense now, all right? He was flowing, but the Young Thug bar didn't age well. This is a regular smirk. Durk and Duke didn't have no smoke towards each other. Nowadays, I don't watch the op page. I watch the guys. One of my ops went live. I told my sis, I told her drop the low for me. I make big decisions. I put my brother before the nation business. Think with your dick, got that bitch all in the nation business. All those sound like shots at Duke. And it ain't the first time he said something about putting his brother before the nation. That sound like he said he'll go against the BDs for his brother. I'm saying blood be spitting if you know you know. Now, threats to everybody. That was a very, very hot song, right? Very self-snitching song. So that was sort of a banger of a song. This is one of my favorite, like, Durk street gangster murder songs, basically, right? And this was on the Loyal Bros 2 project, which dropped, just a few months after the murder of Lil Pab, all right? So he going crazy on this song. He basically claiming all the murders that he did. He talking about all the people that were involved in the murders, all right? This song, he basically snitches on himself for the whole thing. But now in those comments, they're inferring that maybe he's dissing Munna Duke. Ain't no sneaky war. Money make them killers pop outside who you ain't seen before. He don't believe in demons till little bro hop out that demon door. We put belts to acid, shoot and fast. This is the most self-snitching shit you have ever heard in your entire life. I got Jam and Dee Dee the same gun. Like, what we need this for? What, Jam and Dee Dee who were on the hit in California that you organized, that you was on a private jet flying over there at the same time, you was in the city at the same time. Like, bro, you really put Jam and Dee Dee in? Okay. Okay. So it says they're blocked too close. Like, F that gas, what we need it for. All right. And again, everybody getting killed at gas stations, not just Lil Pab, but also J-Ski and Oil, the two other guys that allegedly got murdered in response for for Durk's brother D-Thang getting killed. How are you calling dudes that gonna spank you with that extension cord? I can't follow dudes with a name who got bitch before. Oh, you think he outside, pull up on him curbside. Hot cars from the south side got our shit from Herb guys. Hot cars, what, like the hot cars that Booney Mo it was organizing? Like the hot cars that apparently he took money from you to go and organize to go and slide on O-Block, right? Woofing at the guys more than the ops. Now, this originally said that it was in reference to Lamron members, but now people are thinking that this might be about his beef with Munna Duke. Woofing at the guys more than the ops. I wish you would slide. That's obviously about O-Block members. I wish you would slide. Go, go, go. Woofing at the guys more than the ops. I wish you would slide. Now we're knowing he's talking about O-Block members. So Durk can't go on his block, but when I'm there, I have a good time. Think about what you're saying with me. Look at what's going on with the other side. Better think about playing with me. I think that's him basically saying that people on his side and everybody thinking this is about Durk dissing TTE, and maybe it is him dissing some of his former crew, but also now we're thinking this could go towards some of the O-Block members, right? Make example of dudes I knew long because they keep playing with me. Now we're thinking, okay, you could be talking about these O-Block guys. You knew these guys for a long time. That 10 don't jam with me. How you dudes mad because that's my twin and I keep jam with me. What Jam, who is now telling on the whole situation because he knew everything that was going on. Got the Lamb with me. You ain't have your gun for them. You better have your gun for me. You better have your gun for Booney. You better keep your gun for C. You think you're playing come and see. You're going to end up by that tree. Now, obviously, this is a reference to FBG Cash, but here's the thing. He might be referencing FBG Cash, basically saying we did that. All right. You know that we did it. That was the whole other song. All right. But this is the thing. Booney Mo is allegedly the one getting the hot cars to go and slide on O-Block. So they said you ain't have your gun for them. And by them, he's talking about the people that killed Von. You ain't have your gun for Quando and them. You ain't going to slide for Von, so you better have your gun for me because I'm going to come and kill you. Booney Mo's getting the hot cars. You better keep your gun for C. All right? Think I'm playing come and see you. So he's saying I'm going to do O-Block members like we did FBG Cash. Better keep your gun for Boona. We call him Chief. Man, we should have killed him sooner because he's a thief. It's actually crazy, okay? Now it's all hitting different. All right? Now it's all hitting different. So when it comes to the alleged killers of Munna Duke and Young, and Reddit detectives have been trying to work this out for quite some time, and there's been a lot of fingers being pointed towards different people, okay? A lot of different people that have been called out, all different blocks. But over time, and you know what I mean, it's just is what I'm just going to put it out there, okay? There's been two names of people that allegedly killed Munna Duke and Young and that have stood out, okay? And both of them come from sets that were once cool with O-Block before having a falling out with them. It makes sense. So look, we're just going to put it on Front Street right now, excuse the pun, all right? Because these are the people that are rumored to have been involved, okay? One of the Front Street shorties called DVs, all right? He's saying he might, this is just what they're saying on Reddit, okay? This is just what they're saying on Reddit. And another one called Lil Dre, right? This is Instagram, okay? Followed by 600 Blast, and he's followed by the real members. So both of these guys are considered to be some of the wildest youngsters coming out of Chicago streets right now in drill, okay? They're saying DVs and Lil Dre are Chicago's top threats right now. They're saying they killed more than 6 people in less than a year. They're on their way to have more hats than Lil Jeff, okay? People saying, lol, not true, what's funny? One body ain't shit, 1 week we caught 4. That's what they're saying. Some people are saying you're making this up. You're just putting bodies on these guys, trying too hard to make another Jeff, Lil Fats, and King Von for this up. So the guy on the left looks about 29. They said he's 19. I think he looks young, to be honest with you. People are saying, who are they? They're saying DV's, Front Street, Nico Gang, and Lil Dre is from Lamron. DV's is the alleged killer of Duke and Young and O-Block, and Lil Dre was recently charged and let go with a double homicide of leak from Taekwon World and his girlfriend. DV's, Front Street, and Nico Gang, Lil Dre, Lamron. Oh, we already heard that. They're saying they're trying to make mascots of the Shiracology sub. They're saying, I'm going to get downvoted, especially since I don't know if females are really allowed in this sub. But the one in all white, damn, I'm a sucker for that guy. It looks like with dread. So that they got the chicks, all right, on their D on this thing. So there's numerous Reddit threads going around discussing their involvement in these murders, all right? The top threats. So it's crazy to me that Munna Duke let a child kill him, and that's a picture of DV's. And it says, Shorty don't look no older than 18. All right? People say, I'm sick of the post, bro. This is your absolute last DV/Lil Dre killed 6 people post. You post the same shit every time. We know what they've allegedly done. You don't need to remind us daily. All right? Somebody pushing this. They're saying, bro, you don't have no proof this man killed Lil Duke. Killed Duke. Right? They're saying exactly. And they're saying the oh no me, I lay real belt was meant to be 3, but we left with 2. That's all the proof I needed. Listen, they're claiming it themselves. Ain't too many shootings where 2 people died from O Block and 1 person just about survived, and it was meant to be 3, right? Says what's funny is he's claiming the hit, and O Block confirmed that Front Street killed Duke, and he's from Front Street, right? Prove that about Duke specifically right now, or you should be banned from the sub. Go check his IG reels and second reels. Alright, what we got? What we got here? Kill fire. Look, I can't play the music. I don't want to get in trouble for playing the music, but so they're using a TRX Striker. This is like a super customized Ram truck that's super fast. TRXs are sick. But they ride in, that's the Striker is crazy, all right? These are looking like some killers to me, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's not do all that, but they showing off the watches, the extended clips. These are people like, I do not want to run into DVs anytime soon, especially after this video, okay? But what are you thinking? You think you know what I'm saying? He's just a nice young man from the block. Why would I buy a chain when I could get your shit free? Excuse me? Ain't sharing no rolls. All of us got racks. Been out here trying to impress myself. F the net. All blood emojis. Hella blood emojis. No, he alive, but he a man walking, a dead man walking, low-key a zombie. Old post. I ain't going to play you the song, but it says, on the Met where I grew up, might slide on the front where the shooter's at, 6'1", in a dude house. Wasn't here shooting back. 2 ghost emojis. All right. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust everybody. Anybody would tell you, now you 6 feet deep or you stuck in a cell. Now he on a wall for his dumbass nailed. They're saying you don't need a blue check on Instagram. His name legit in the streets. Shit we cried about. A lot of dudes died about. A couple hoods been know my name. Fuck it, give me a date. Right? He got motion, but he said this shit ain't even nothing. We turn off of capes and hits. I'm going to just let y'all have fun with this since everybody on me and phone him dick at K-Man when we drop him. All right? Long story short, I survived. I don't know who didn't. Like, he big claiming murders. I know what I did and what I do. This shit get real sticky. I mean, look, this is what's going on. This is what you got going on. All right? That's your family, N-word, he ain't mine. Find out he telling, guess what, he dying. All right? He said, fuck Trap Law Ross. Hey, yo, DVs, man, you're going to love this one, man. You thought I was on your top already, man. He said, fuck Trap Law Ross. I'm going to like this one. I'm going to fuck with this one. I'm going to hit him with a laughing emoji. I'm not going to lie. DVs, man, he doing too much. I'm not gonna lie to you, he doing way too much. Okay, so when that Rico comes, that's all my fault, right? Give me a pass. This shit bat dude would have took a nap. We run the bitty, not a rapper. I was thinking you was a rapper, but I guess you're not. What are you then? Like, it's too much. All right, so he talking about F me. Okay, he talking about F me on there. So how he false claiming O Block confirmed Front Street did it and he's from there and O Block follow him. What does them follow him on IG got to do with it? You saying he killed Duke? I'm just saying he did that, gang, no doubt. If you don't believe it, cool. But facts are he killed Duke. That's what they're saying on Reddit. So he needs to say fuck Reddit, all right? This is the second post I've seen dudes saying he killed Duke and Youngin. Is he paying y'all? All right. They're saying, why you keep trying to put bodies on dude? For the past few days, he keeps saying he allegedly killed all these people. You trying to get him booked or smoked? Saying, man, him and 2 other dudes, I seen them saying he the new Lil Jeff. All right. Gang, he claiming the bodies himself. I didn't make this up. Why you get on here pushing it? Gang, he got 6 hats. All known faces. That's why I'm posting it. All right, bro, can someone ban this dude? You obsessed with him. Y'all was posting Jeff every day for a year straight. Ain't nothing wrong with me posting DVs. All right? So, look, that's what's going down on Reddit, all right? You can say F me in your posts. But listen, all right? They're saying Lil Dre, Lamron, he caught 6 hats in 2025. Hats. Duke and Youngin from O Block, Ken and Gleesh from Tay-Town, leak from Marcus Way and his girlfriend. This on Reddit, right? He telling you his hats, not a lie, and not a lie in this post. Y'all out of town dudes got to stop. This guy's saying he born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. So I caught 5 hats in 1945. This cap. People are saying you should ban the account for all these lies, all right? People are saying they got 20 bodies combined. Lil Dre, DVs, and K-Man, 20 bodies combined in this photo. That is crazy. Me and Truth Teller got 18 plus combined, all right? Listen, that's what they say is going on out there in these streets, right? That's what they're saying was going on. He got booked for Leak and Marcus Wayne, his girlfriend, but they let him off. They sent only the Yamily. They're saying if you got Ken, he did the world a favor. Anybody got Shorty Cash App, I'll bless him for the act of service. So, yo, what you on, gang? This Lil Dre, I appreciate it. I ain't got Cash App, but I just sent you my Zelle info, Lil Dre, Lamron. People out here trying to finesse. So yeah, Ken was a horrible guy, basically. Allegedly did some bad stuff to a little girl. Say no more. So they're saying the whole Lamron, Tay-Town, Front Street 600 O-Block alliance is over, right? Sounding over with. Okay, so they're saying there's really 19 kills in this photo. K-Man 7x, Lil DV 6x, and Lil Dre 6x. This is crazy. I can't lie. This is crazy. Okay. All of these bodies. They're saying K-Man from Pocket Town, he got 7 bodies. Killed Nashon from Rack City in 2024. Lil Swerve in 2025. LPZ and LMB in 2025. Vontae, Taylor Walker, Aviance King, Lil DV's Front Street Nico Gang, Ken Tay-Town 2024. Munna Duke, Young'un. They're saying Gleesh from Tay-Town TTE. Leak from Marcus Way. Denisha Baytox, the Innocent Girl. They kind of double claiming the bodies, so they was out there on some of these hits together. People saying that they're fanned out, all right? But look, a big reason a lot of people think these youngsters are behind these murders because they're all aspiring rappers, all right? And they keep making songs where they imply that they did it, okay? So DV's has got a snippet that's going around. And again, I'm not going to play you it. You're going to have to go get it on his Instagram, even though I wouldn't be surprised if he is not. This is actually crazy. I wouldn't be surprised, all right, if he's not in the copyright system yet. He's more a killer than he is a rapper. I don't know if he's got his DSPs. He's probably more worried about getting his, you know what I'm saying, getting his Glock 17s and his DSPs in order. But in this snippet, DV's basically raps. They were dissing us, got their main hit. He was a big dog. He on the floor now. He got hit like 64 times. So they're saying this could be either a diss to O-Block or a shout out to Lil Dre. Both O-Block and Lamron, they rep 6'4". Obviously, they're saying basically DV's is dissing Duke from O-Block. They're saying King Kong. So Duke used to be nicknamed King Kong. King Von nicknamed Duke King Kong. Said King Von, take Duke on a hit. He like King Kong, Draco Shells. Basically, that's what he was saying, right? So they're saying that he kind of taken the King Kong crown from Duke having killed him, right? So bro said he got hit like 64 times. King Kong gone. Who wear the crown now? All right, that's what they're saying. He raps. They're saying he ain't even worried about how the song sound. He just want to get his point across. They're saying Duke only got hit 1 time though. They're saying, did Duke even know this dude, or he just smoked him because he was into it with his little homies? Said, hell no, that'd be the scary part about being an older, well-known face. You'll get clapped by an MF you never even knew existed. All right? This ain't no sneaky war. Money make them killers pop outside who you ain't seen before. Durk said that. Durk said that. These goofy O-Block jits are causing problems and not even stepping enough, just getting others hit up for being around. All right? Bro, do you even know how they started beefing? How are you going to say O-Block were causing problems? All right? Says Lamron some goofies for hanging with this dude if you really did that. Duke, Young'un, Shoebox, and Gauze was partying and hanging with them dudes until they died, and Chubbs and Steve were posting Duke and Young'un after they died. I said, mad that Duke got caught up in these young O-Blockians' business. He survived this war, and y'all jits so goofy you're not standing on business with your own ops. You're getting the older dudes hit behind BS. Said shit his ass, and I heard Dude Geechee used to be a dancing dude. They're saying he got blicked down by Marlo TW before. DV's was a real goofy at first, but I guess it changed ever since he killed Duke. Saying what Durk say? I know a goofy, not a goofy no more. He done turned to a killer. Turned to a killer. All right. Saying, why did these dudes actually smoke Duke? I swear he from the Lamb. Saying he from Nico Gang. All right. Word was going around. He ran off with some bowls and told him he not paying. And they're saying you're making that up. All right. They're saying you're making all that up. But there's a lot of theories going around. Okay. And there's another snippet of him going around where he raps basically the "Oh no me, I lay real belt." I'm not going to play it to you, but you can go and check it out. It was on his Instagram. We scrolled past it. He said the "Oh no me, I lay real belt." Lil Devies probably did kill Duke. All right. Imagine being claimed for the top names and still don't have a buzz. I think he might have a buzz with a little bit more time, all right? But he might be having a buzz in the penitentiary if he's not careful, right? And he on Instagram talking about F me. He should be more careful about what he's actually putting out there. So Bin had his name in the street. O-Block knew about him. TTE knew about him. He'd been catching hats, right? That's what they say him. That's what they say him. So be another snippet where he said some crazy shit, all right? In this one, again, I'm not going to play it to you, but you can go and listen to it, all right? I don't want to get no copyright with killers, all right? It's bad enough. They already dissing me on Instagram saying F me, all right? But in this one, it says here, he raps, they should be happy we only took like 2. And obviously, they were trying to kill 3 people that night that Munna Duke got killed. 2 people passed away and 1 person got hit, all right? So people keep saying he's lying, he's lying, he's lying, he's lying. You know what's crazy? It's like, oh my God, dude, we get it. You killed Duke. Stop posting yourself with this same BS caption, all right? They're going to solve this. And if he did it, he's going to jail. So, and it does seem like O-Block is actively trying to catch these little shorties and avenge Munna Duke. So they're saying this is Lil Dre from Lamron dropping his low, and O-Block apparently pulled up 20 minutes later. It says, when you take out a known face like Munna Duke, you're supposed to move smart, not dumb. This is what he had going on.
On the scooter. Yeah.
So they pulled up. They're saying you better hide. All right. People are saying O-Block and Lamron beefing. They've been beefing. Where you been at? All right. The Lamb and Front Street killed Munna Duke and Youngin. All right. The Lamb was involved in it too. Yes. They swore it was Taekwon World. I always knew that was false. Nobody said Taekwon World. All right. People are just, what do you mean they beef with O-Block? Yes, it's alleged Lil Dre and Lil DV's and other Front Street members killed Munna Duke and Youngin. People saying, damn, what the F? It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. All right. It's not confirmed. But they're saying Lil Dre from Lamron, he only claims Lamron. DV's is Nico Gang and Front Street. Dre from the Lamb. All right. Damn, O-Block and Lamron beefing is crazy. O-Block beefing with Front Street and Lamron. Front Street and Lamron clicked up. Lamron not even close with Tay-Town. Who knows if O-Block and Tay-Town are still close? They're saying read Durk federal paperwork. Clearly says Durk bought strikers and G-locks to slide on O-Block. It's up and it's stuck. Right? They're saying the strike. These guys got some crazy strikers. I'm not going to lie. They got TRX strikers. Durk might have given them the Rolls-Royce striker. Whatever striker he gave Booney Mo. If the little shorty's got TRX trucks as their strikers, all right, it's crazy. All right? It's actually crazy. People saying, hey, hold up. I thought the beef was between O-Block, Front Street, and then Lamron versus Tay-Town. So Lamron and O-Block are beefing too. What the hell? It says O-Block shorties are way crazier. No organization or nothing. Just kill each other. At least back then they had alliances. Now they fucking shit up. Now everybody EBK. So they, O-Block shorties, have been claiming BDK for a little minute. He was allegedly one of the shooters with DVs from Front Street the night Duke and Youngin got killed. Okay? They're saying they pulled up more than an hour later. What did they want him to sleep there? Posted pull up at 4:12 a.m. O-Block got there at 4:38 a.m. All right? So that's what's going on. O-Block beefing every BD set, but not THF. The plot thickens for the unemployed. The BDs are at war. So the same guy sliding on Lil Dre, Lil Hot, is the guy that killed THF Twin, and THF is still cool with O-Block. It's been confirmed by THF Twin's identical twin brother. Backdoor as hell. Cool with the crew that killed his twin brother. Said other THF members are still cool with O-Block, and they made it clear they don't give a F about Twin, but his twin brother isn't cool with O-Block like that. Having clicks within clicks is crazy. The deceased brother must have not had no bodies because gangs are always going to respect killers no matter what. Right? Even if this dude off Duke, I wonder why they did. This is so messy. They said it's get back for a Front Street member, allegedly. Right? Shit like this is why Chief Keef left and never looked back. Right? Chief Keef popping out and then he got no limits fighting each other. Meanwhile, back in the city, Front Street shorties are killing people on behalf of Lil Durk, allegedly. All this is crazy. It don't even fit right to say O-Block is into it with Lamron. It's the new gen being everybody killers. If they want rank, they got to take it. It doesn't matter where you're from. All right? So here's the thing. The big question remains, right? If these are the alleged killers, let me get a picture of them on screen while I say this next part, because this is just, I'll just give you all the context, all right? If these are the alleged killers of Duke and Youngin, were they paid by Lil Durk? That's the $1 million question, all right? That's the $1 million bounty, all right? Dirk himself was obviously already in jail when the murders happened, but was his murder for hire money still floating around in Chicago? Was he giving orders from jail, or was the orders to kill anybody that they had problems with? They want to slide on O-Block. They want to slide on any GD that had something to do with the murder of D-Thang. All right. And he might have wanted to kill Munna Duke for personal reasons because he had basically created this embarrassing situation. And as Dirk said in his own lyric, he done brought the chicks into the nation business. He was having a baby with D-Thang's widow. I feel for D-Thang's widow because now she having a baby with Munna Duke. Now he dead. So you got 2 kids by 2 guys that are dead, all involved in this. And then Durk, the only person that was going to really prop you up financially, he about to do life in jail. And he trying to deny any of this shit ever happened. He ain't really trying to claim you. All right. So one person who thinks that Lil Durk might actually be involved and might have actually been the shot caller in this situation where Munna Duke got killed is Big Mike, the former O-Block member, okay, who was King Von's co-conspirator on his 2014 murder case. And, you know, he's related to Wooski. He kind of was on both sides of this war. And basically, he's the reason that King Von got off of his crime, off of the murder case, because he accidentally ended up claiming the body, and then he refused to testify against Von. They were thinking he was going to snitch. He stayed solid. Von beat it. All right, he's Wooski's big brother. He's one of the biggest ops of O-Block. And it says here, there's a caption that was going around with an interview. It says, Big Mike from O-Block still believes Munna Duke was backdoored and speaks on the rumor Lil Durk might be involved. Says Duke wasn't easy to get. They saying Durk had money on Duke's head since 2023 in the comments, but Young was there too, so I don't know why he trolling like that. So let me play you this clip because this is going around on TikTok. This is a clip from a bigger interview. Let me play you this.
Viral by saying that you believe that Munna Duke was backdoor, and people did a whole bunch of different remixes, clips to it, and everything. But, you know, a lot of people in the comments of that video now, and I checked recently, they all saying, man, this aged well. You know, Big Mike was speaking facts because it seems like Munna Duke was probably backdoored in this situation. Now, when you factor in what you said previously, all the things we see within this Durk case, and I'm not saying that Durk did it or whatnot, do you feel even more that Munna Duke was backdoored?
For sure. I've been feeling like that since the jump. Like, come on now. It's easy to catch somebody, but it ain't easy to catch nobody like Duke, though.
Yeah, because a lot of people won't let you get too close to him, you know what I mean?
For sure. Like, all this time, like, he done made it all this time. You know that was backdoor. Come on now. That was backdoor all day.
Now, do you think, man, with Munna Duke being in this paperwork and stuff, a lot of people are feeling like Lil Durk is behind that. I know you've probably seen the headlines and videos and stuff. Plus the fact that, you know, Lil Durk was caught with an Apple Watch in federal holding and basically smashed the Apple Watch to destroy it. You know, people are thinking that he had something to do with what happened to Munna Duke. But what do you think about that?
He trying to get rid of all the evidence. So he ain't trying to get a big or nothing. But for a Duke name even come up in Durk case is crazy.
Duke's name indeed did come up in Durk's case. I read it to you earlier on. Okay. Big Mike thinks that's what's going on. And Durk could have been calling hits from his cell on that Apple Watch. Says, bro, they got caught at a bar. I'd see it if they was on a block or in traffic, but stationary at a bar, any of the ops could have had a field day. All right? Exactly. These dudes believe in their own hype, especially because they probably ran into dudes plenty of time and nothing happened, but it only takes one. Facts, only one time, not to mention Duke was a killer himself, meaning he's a problem. His real ops see him, and they need to do it right then and there or risk Duke coming back to kill them. Duke wasn't know anybody. He was saying, stop lying. He didn't put money on Duke's head. OTF members were in O-Block with Duke, and Durk posted Duke's album. All of that was in 2023. Stop spreading misinformation. That was before he got D-Thang's baby mama pregnant. Check the timestamp, but I'm pretty sure no way OTF would hang with someone who you're sliding for and your partner F in his BM. It's for sure something related in there. They're saying his ex, Fat, is DM's BM, and Durk couldn't care less if she's found a new boyfriend. Do you think she'll stay single forever, man? There's nothing but fantasy in your head. When Durk posted Welcome to the Jungle by Duke, the kid was already on his way. People saying, I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. I'm from Front Street. I've been around my whole life. Let us know. Y'all don't have a clue. Big Mike keep lying to you. He should be off parole. We're going to see. Saying Big Mike not on a crumb. He a snitch talking about that old shit. Don't nobody from our hood mess with him. He ain't been in the hood since before he went to jail. Do the math. But I don't know. People saying you making up these stupid rumors when Duck died, even going as far as saying the police killed Duck. Whole time it was their main ops, like it's most probably the case here. Sure, Duke was moving right, but if MFs can get a guy like Zoo, what makes you think they can't get to Duke? Now, here's the thing. There's a problem with this theory, all right? A problem with this theory is that because basically like both Front Street, which DV's reps, all right, and Lamron, which is Lil Dre reps, and both of them kind of have beef with O-Block in this modern era. In the history, they had been allied with O Block, everything went left. But neither of these sets have really been friendly with Lil Durk in recent years. But as Durk said in his song, all right, ain't no sneaky war. Money make them killers pop outside who you ain't seen before. So money might have got these guys on board. You don't know, all right? These young shorties trying to make a name for themselves. They're talking about they caught 6 hats in a year, all right? Could be something going on where, you know, maybe Durk from the cell, from the Apple Watch, or from some of his enforcers, Booney Mo, who knows, got this situation moving and got the people taken out he wanted to. And he grabbing whatever shorties want to do the job. And those sets are now are much more allied with him in this new generation. Now, Front Street kind of still have a problem with Durk. Now, Lamron was, of course, Durk's original set, but he famously had a big falling out with his own set. And it's ironically the same reason he had a falling out with O-Block as well, because he felt Lamron wasn't sliding for his brother D-Thang that got killed in 2021. And basically, Durk kind of mentions this on a song. Again, I'm not going to play you the song, but I'll show you and I'll tell you the lyric that was said. This has basically been going around Chiracology for years. This is Durk dissing Lamron, and he talks about Lamron not standing with him against Dump Street and Lamron not helping get back for D-Thang. And he rapped in this, my brother died, you ain't retaliate, that's why I don't really F with y'all, right? He was saying Italian beef with a Pepsi. I think these dudes gonna butter something. Why are you talking so spicy? Super spicy. I had real tears here in that line. All right, he's in there saying dude gonna butter something. So yeah, people saying don't see him dropping this. He made this out of frustration when dudes from his block were dissing him heavy. They kind of stopped since he didn't give them the attention that they wanted. That if Lamron and them kill someone from Tay-Town, it's all because of Durk. This dude's steady instigating instead of shutting the F up and leaving them Lamron dudes. They're not even famous enough to starve to death. The Lamron dudes that aren't even famous to starve to death since you don't rock with them. Durk, a sensitive ass dude, you $30 million up, and you still care about people you don't even hang with anymore to say, you care about what they got to say while dodging their bullets. Dude should just ignore Lamron and make hits with Beyonce, but y'all will give this piece of shit a million excuses, all right? I've got to give you credit. You're on every Durk post blaming and shaming him for any and everything. That takes mad dedication. It's a fact, though. He shouldn't have done any of this, bro. He should have just sucked it up and just stuck with his family, stopped instigating street shit. And whether or not you believe Durk's dropping the bag on people, he's definitely instigating these situations by basically, you know, dissing. I mean, he's telling them they need 3 ski masks on because he's got his killers hunting them, all right? That's what was going on, all right? That's what was going on, allegedly. But here's the thing. Front Street, on the other hand, they're not very close with Lil Durk either, all right? And, you know, you might remember this. So, like, Front Street, basically, they're not cool with Durk anymore. And if you want to know more about that, go and watch the video I dropped a few months ago on the deadly war between Lil Durk and Chief Keef, where basically Front Street and Lamron, they're not cool, or Front Street and Durk's crew, because Durk's not cool with Lamron either, but, like, they're not cool with each other anymore, right? They're not cool. They're not set up the way that they were set up before, and things aren't good, okay? I basically covered that. Chief Keef kind of fell out with his old set O-Block. Front Street chose Chief Keef's side, and at the time, Lil Durk was siding with O-Block when King Von was still alive. And then when King Von dies, everything went left. But King Von was, you know, doing robberies on Chief Keef. He was with Boss Top running up in the crib, stealing. They were saying they were the diaper bandits. There's rumors that King Von might have had something to do with the murder of, you know, Blood Money, who was very close, you know, like blood ties with Chief Keef. Rumored to have kind of been involved in that. And the reason that Chief Keef basically took kind of the Front Street side in this whole situation is because Chief Keef actually had strong blood family ties to Front Street. He lived there with his grandmother, even though that he, you know, was on O-Block too. He had a lot of cousins from there, and that includes the late Fredo Santana, real name Derek Coleman, who essentially was, you know, growing up with Chief Keef, and they were super close. He was from Front Street, right? So you got Chief Keef in there, and all these other people that are tapped in with Front Street from way, way, way back, all right? So they were super tapped in, and the Front Street side, basically, they sided with Chief Keef over the O-Block war, and allegedly people got killed over that, right? So it's just saying this is Baldy, Keef, Casper, Juice, Mo, Fredo, Draysky, Smuck, Just Glow, and Republican, all in the same picture. So like real Front Street alliance going on, okay? So I knew they were close to him, but I never knew Baldy. They was family. They're saying this the Carters, not the Cozarts. Real shit. I forgot Keith's pop sides from Jaro, his mum Carter. So he from Front Street for real, all right? But here's the thing, okay? Some of Chief Keef's closest homies from Glow Gang, all right, his friends that also now live in LA, they escaped Chicago, people like Tato, all right, they still visit Front Street, okay? He popped up on Front Street recently and risked his life, risked everything.
I'll take you where this shit started.
This is a year ago to pop up and do a hood vlog, right? Chief Keef, old hood, neighborhood, with Tato talking about what it was like growing up in Front Street. This is bold that he did this.
We shot. Aimed at you, goddamn it, 300. When we started,
he shot all that shit on Front Street.
A lot of that shit started
Michigan,
right
really?
on, right here, Michigan and Indiana on first and grade. That's what it is. Glory Boys, you ain't even know Glory Boy. If your ass ain't from Indiana, ain't no Glory Boys on Fulham grade. Glory Boys, Indiana shit on Fulham grade.
That's Indiana shit?
Indiana
Front
shit.
Street shit?
Yeah, on Fulham grade. They know that. Huh?
That's some old block shit.
Nah.
On T, I thought that was old block shit.
Nah. Glory Boys,
Really?
this us. This from the 1 on Fulham grade from the 6.
He not feeling that. I thought that was some O Block shit. He not feeling that.
6,000 to right here to the
Dipset
to the building.
Dipset.
When we was shorty, we was
Dipset,
baby Dipset, nigga. Fredo coming out, bandanas and shit, nigga. I'm a shorty, 12. Fredo 7, 15. I'm tweaking off him, nigga. I'm bringing Fredo 5th of liquor and shit. We out here serving, getting money. I'm pulling up in cars. I was 13, putting up
You missed them days.
a little bit. Yeah.
So they was really outside, all right? So this is the thing, okay? Let me pull up that picture that I was showing you a minute ago because I feel like this just kind of sums it up, all right? These shorties, all right, Reddit has basically seemed to have crowned these guys as the killers of Munna Duke, right? But Munna Duke and Young'un basically, they got killed, and everybody seems to think that it was DVs and Lil Dre, right? They're both young, they're part of a new generation. They don't necessarily give a shit about what the older generation are doing, all right? They might be taking orders, they might be picking up bags, or they might just be on missions of their own, trying to make a name for themselves, killing famous people. So if Munna Duke still had money on his head from when Lil Durk was putting money on people's heads, all right, it's not so hard to imagine that these youngsters would go and collect, or they might have done it for free for the name. Ain't no sneaky war that money make them killers pop outside who you ain't seen before. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm sure the folks and phonems will be very upset with me for making this video, but it's all out there on Reddit already, okay? And really, these guys been claiming these murders for a minute. It's not anything new, all right? So it is what it is. I do wonder whether they're going to put another body on Lil Durk. If there's any proof of this, I think it will get out there because, unfortunately, a lot of these guys, if they are doing murder for hire, they're not very smart about covering it up. I hope that's not the case. I hope this is all just a big misunderstanding, but really it sounds like Lil Durk was moving absolutely crazy and putting money in the streets, having all types of people killed. So if Lil Durk would be willing to have numerous people killed, you know, Quando Rondo's cousin getting killed randomly, he wasn't even the main guy, but he'll take it, right? You know, I don't want the N-word that you got. I want the one I paid for. He's rapping this stuff and putting it. He's letting us know everything that's going on. If he's really having that many people killed, you know, D-Thang's, there's 3 people that got killed over D-Thang, and then the Stefan Mack murder, they've just made it official as part of the indictment. I don't know, man. I really do think that what's another murder of Munna Duke that he was having personal problems with? And we've seen in the paperwork he's talking about, I got him hunting you, I just spat on the mic. I got him out there hunting you. You better have 3 ski masks on. It's a green light. We slided on O-Block. And the feds said the only reason they didn't kill someone from O-Block that night is because there were cops at O-Block. And O-Block is very well protected by police now. So let me know what you guys think. If I'm barking up the wrong tree, right? If I'm lying and flying economy, get me a motherfucking seat. Okay? That's what they're saying on Reddit. And I do wonder if DVs and Lil Dre and K-Man really caught 19 bodies in the space of a couple of years, the feds are they're gonna solve this, okay? And these young men, unfortunately, will be facing life in prison. Hopefully it's a big misunderstanding and they can get their rap careers going. But really, like, having studied this many times before, these are young guys, bro. I'm old. I'm low-key. I don't want to say I'm an unk. I'm not unk. I'm big bro. I'm big bro. Maybe I'm approaching unk status, but I'm big bro. And I would say to these young men, man, if you really didn't have nothing to do with this, you got to try and get out of this situation, get out of the city, and change your lives around, man. This whole gang business, you know, music is a way, but this just isn't gonna work out if that's really what you're out here doing in the street, sliding, killing people, collecting bags, or just killing people for a name. It's no good, man. I always say I pray the next generation can do better and change the cycle, break the cycle. So that's everything I had to say in this video. I hope you found that interesting and useful, as far as some backstory about some of the most, you know, important events that have been going on in Chicago drill over the last few years. You know, rest in peace to everybody who lost their lives as part of this gang war. And it is really unfortunate because whether you get killed in the streets or whether you end up facing life in jail, at the end of the day, that's just another huge loss of potential, another loss of life in a different kind of way. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for watching.